Welcome back to Radar Toad Transmissions. Today we discuss Teleios and the divine image. Jesus said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect." Matthew 5:48. For many people, this verse sounds impossible. How can a human being become perfect? The answer may be hidden in the Greek word translated as perfect. The word is Teleios. It comes from telos, meaning end, goal, purpose, fulfillment, or completion. Jesus is not speaking about flawlessness. He is speaking about becoming complete, becoming mature, becoming fully what you were created to be. And that raises an important question. What were human beings created to become? The answer may be found in the very beginning of Scripture. In Genesis, we read, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Genesis 1:26. The Bible begins with a remarkable declaration. Humanity is created in the image of God. The image may become obscured, it may be forgotten, it may be covered by fear, ignorance, and separation, but it is never completely lost. Throughout scriptures, God is not merely trying to create obedient servants. He is continually calling humanity back into remembrance of what it was created to reflect. This theme appears again in the words of Jesus when accused of blasphemy. Jesus responds, "Is it not written in your law, I said, ye are gods?" John 10:34. He's quoting Psalms 82. "Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High." Psalms 82:6. These passages have been interpreted in many ways throughout history, yet they invite us to consider a startling possibility. Human beings were intended for far more than mere survival. We are called to reflect the divine image. The Apostle Peter speaks of this mystery when he writes, "That by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature." 2 Peter 1:4. Notice that Peter doesn't say we become God himself. He says that we become participants in the divine nature. The divine life begins to shine through the human vessel. This is the same pattern we have seen throughout our journey. The kingdom within. Christ is in you. The Spirit dwelling in you. Paul describes the process this way. For when he did not foreknow, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate, to be conformed to the image of his Son. Romans 8:29. The goal is not merely belief, the goal is transformation. Not merely admiration of Christ, but conformity to the image of Christ. An acorn fulfills its purpose by becoming an oak. A seed fulfills its purpose by becoming a tree. A grapevine bears fruit, a fig tree bears figs, and a human being fulfills their purpose by growing into the image of God. This is the journey of Teleios, the journey towards wholeness, the journey towards completion, the journey towards the full realization of the divine image within. As we grow in love, wisdom, mercy, forgiveness, and compassion, that image becomes clearer. The false self begins to fall away. The deeper self emerges. The light that was hidden begins to shine. This does not mean becoming greater than others. It does not mean elevating the ego. It means becoming transparent to the divine presence that was always been there. The spiritual path is not about becoming something you were never meant to be. It is about becoming what you have always been intended to become. The image remembers its source. The branches remember the vine. The child remembers the father. A simple summary might be, you are made in the image of God. The kingdom is within you. Christ lives within you. The Spirit dwells within you. The path of unveiling what has been there from the beginning. The journey is Teleios, becoming complete in the image of God. And perhaps that is why Scripture begins with humanity made in God's image and ends with humanity dwelling in God's presence. The journey comes full circle. The image remembers its source. The seed becomes a tree. The soul becomes whole. Thank you. Please like, share, and follow, and have a good rest of your day.